got the grooming colors for you. It's all natural and handcrafted too. We wanna help you swagger, style, class, and luxury. We got products that made for you with high quality. So get in style with black to the black, yeah. Company, swagger, style, luxury, yeah. Black to the black, yeah. Company, swagger, style, luxury, yeah.
Located at www.theblackgent.com.
Yo. What's good? What's good? It's Stormybman, and I am back. Welcoming you to Answering the Bell with Stormybman, our Sunday morning call-in show for this Sunday, January 19th, 2025. This is number 150. We've done 150 of those things, to get this show rolling. I want to say a special shout out to my brother, Drew Titan, LLC, who was the man who convinced me to do this show. He said, man, that's the thing right there for you, bro. Just keep on. I was like, man, I don't want to do no call-in show. Drew Titan encouraged Stormy to go on out there and let it be seen, let it be heard, let it be spoken of. And we've been on that ever since. So, with that in mind, we are here for a landmark, 150. You know, that's something, because I've stuck with it and stayed at it. And there have been those out there who have supported me along the way. And I really appreciate that. Speaking of support this morning, I'm trying to encourage anyone who had a channel membership to the Stormybman channel to renounce that membership and to go over to my Patreon, where you can have a membership there for new content that will be on the horizon, uncensored, where we get a chance to not have the YouTube parties, with their hands in the midst of what we do here, as well as trying to squeeze the life out of what we do here due to mods who are objective and biased with prejudiced actions against us. So there will be opportunities for you there. And if you sign up for even the basic $5 membership, is $5 a month, you don't have to worry about the super chats and all of that, because YouTube always has a hand in on that, taking that certain percentage that we don't get, 30 cents on the dollar, I think it is. But if you're over there at Patreon, where you can encourage Stormy to just go ahead and do the uploads over there, guess what, Your money is not only well spent, but it's for a platform that should and is well supported, Keep that in mind as we go forward. 2025 is a year of breaking out and breaking the restraints and constraints against what we're trying to do with the creative process. Yeah, just let it be known, Also, the links have been posted at the top of the chat there. I'm trying to do that for most of the shows and videos, just to let you know what your options are. I still have my Streamlabs account where There's merchandise there. There's also a tip feature with the Streamlabs account. Though I haven't had anyone participate in that, but if you were to do so, there would be an announcement every time someone decided to do something on that. And it's a feature that you'll get messages and things of that nature. There's also the A Weapons My Shopify account, where if you go to that link and you put in Stormy in all caps, you'll have an opportunity to see the latest of merchandise under Stormybman, produced by A Weapons, our brother Midlife Music out there. Much respect to he who paired up, gave me a call and said, Stormy, let me help you out with that. And I said, okay, let's go. And it's been great ever since. Then we also, of course, have the PayPal option for if anyone want to donate by way of PayPal, you could do that, and or Cash App. So the links are available in the chat. They are also available in the description box on all of the content that's produced on this channel. So make certain that you don't get left behind, Come out there and be a part of the process and be a part of the progress. Yeah! So, happy Sunday morning to you all, man. Good to see you all out there. We got TD Sports Talk in the building. What's going on with you, Thomas, man? Good to see you. Says good morning, Stormy. Salute. How you doing, Yeah. Cono Loco TV is in the building with us this morning, saying salute. What's going on with you, Cono Loco? Good to see you out there as well. NBA D Nice is in the building. What's happening, NBA D Nice? Good to see you back with us this morning. So yeah, this is what we're on this morning, man. There's so much to talk about, There's so much to talk about. But what should I kick it off with? I know what I should kick it off with, You know, you guys heard about Devin getting that new deal, He's over there in Saudi he was over there in Saudi with the Turk, Getting his contracts together for what he wants to do, kicking off 2025. Devin wants to be active this year. He wants to put them boots in somebody's rear, and I'm ready to see it, And to kick that off, after going over there, I got a little something special I want to show for you, I love it, man. I love it. Got to see my brother Devin get down, man. He deserves it, man. He deserves to be able to go out there and shake it up a little bit, Show him how it's done, Dev, Make like it's your birthday. Yeah. Yeah. My brother KG is in the building. The good doctor. What's happening with you, man? He says, salute Stormy 100. Yeah. Hashtag Supreme Beast Boxing Talk. Yes, sir. Good to see you out there, KG. Yeah, man. But we know that Turkey Al-Sheikh's in the news, man. He's everywhere, He's here. He's there. He's over there with PBC too now, according to some reports. Listen, man. Can you say monopoly? Yeah, I say it, and I'll tell you it's in the title of today's show, I decided to title today's show, The Consolidation of Boxing, That's when someone can come together and pull all the pieces together to form a mighty puzzle in the sport of boxing. And you'll see some of your best heroes and some of the most of the zeros, Yeah, gotta deal with it now, And there's some others out there that we know they gotta deal with it. unhappily, but just guess what? Every time they want to show that frowny face, we just put them in their place, huh? Yeah, Turk. Get them all. Grab them while they hot. Where's Milk Dud Head Bradley at, huh? He likes to go out there. He done found out that because Top Rank is going to get booted off of ESPN, he trying to come out here and be like us now. But you know what? I'm going to tell you about backstabbers, betrayers, and people of sorts like that. Be careful, y'all. Be careful. Because right now he may seem that he's friendly and everything. But remember, when he was on those airwaves, he was very dismissive of all of us, telling the world on his air, that we don't know nothing about boxing, Some of us who are much older than he, as myself, knows far more than he could dream of boxing. And you can tell him Stormy B-Man said so, and you could tell him he can be free to call in on this show whenever his moon head want to, because I got something for him, I got some real matters to discuss, because he discusses me with how he's represented. What a flopping turncoat flip tail dude, Yeah. But you know what? That's what they like out there, y'all. That's why they slow some of our growth down, to make room for those fools, because they want the masses to continue to be in the dark, Not be sharp, not know what's going on, Yeah. So, to shout him out, we got a little special something for him this morning, just in case he's listening. And some of y'all might even be subscribed to him. I ain't, but you can tell him Stormy said this.
Where are you? We got niggas to talk at. Come on, nigga boo. I need you to download all of your time now. And if you root for me and I might have never represent them blacks, I'll get snapped. And if you promise you'll persuade the judge to pick the whites and not those blacks, it's a fact that I'm rewarding you a jigger. It's deal for the deal now. Nigga jigaboo, I thank you for showing the world how you get it down. You fucking jigaboo.
Yeah! Shout out to Willie Lowe. Yeah. Salute to my brother Boxing and Barbecue in the building this morning. What's happening? He says, good morning, Stormy B-Man. Learn is back after a hiatus, an absence, a disappearing act. Yeah, saying salute, Stormy B-Man. Kamaran Fields in the building this morning saying, salute, Stormy in chat, driving and listening this morning. Appreciate you. Smash that like button as you come into the building. Yeah. See, sometimes integrity gets left off the map when boxing is spoken of. But I'm not one of that ilk, I'm one that wants to talk about the goodness of the sport of boxing, because there's plenty amongst the valley of thorns and thickles, Yeah, we have that. It is Sunday morning, so you can mix in a few biblical references there. Yeah. Some of y'all don't know nothing about the word. That's why you don't know how to speak, Yeah! Did I say that? I most certainly did, Yeah. Sunday morning, dear. So, Turkey is being reported is partnering up with PBC. Now, didn't Milk Dudhead throw some loyal support behind Javante Tank Davis for some of his outbursts and everything last week? Praised him, uplifted him and everything, only to have the gremlin come back and go in on him, huh? Yeah! Huh? There's no loyalty amongst thieves, huh? I think you need to check your pockets, Tim, huh? Because he got you, huh? And you know, when you're out there and you're messing around and you're praising the wrong people, huh? Yeah, you know what happens. And they come back and get you, huh? And make you look stupid for the support.
She got your ass.
Yeah, huh? That's what you get, huh? So don't be coming over here. I saw you out there over there on Blue Bloods chat, huh? Don't want you around these parts, though, to be perfectly honest with you. You can stay the hell away from me, huh? Don't care for you, bruh. Don't care for you. See, they always want to cozy up around us, huh? When they don't have nowhere left to go, huh? They don't have nowhere left to go, and here they come. Huh? That's what they do. Come cozying up around you. Hey brother, huh? You gotta die?
Listen, the pressure though. I understand the pressure, but God built us different. Do you just tell me that?
They come around here, you guys. They come around. See, every time they come around trying to cozy up, we ought to have something special for them, huh? That's right. That's right. Thomas is laughing out loud. Yeah, Thomas, you know, listen, I've never been a fanboy, huh? Never been a fanboy. And celebrities, you know, I look at them a lot of times like a dog looks at a fire hydrant. You understand? That's real. We got out there. something interesting? Yeah, I'm messing with my backdrop up over here today. I'll tell you, it's like all of a sudden I got a ray of sunlight that have come through and messing with my backdrop a little bit. That's why you guys didn't see me yet. I was trying to adjust that. But yeah, let's see here. There we go. Yeah. So, phone lines is open. Anybody want to talk about what's been going down, the latest news, and your particular points of view, how dealing with the changes that are coming on with the consolidation of boxing. It's really interesting to me how things are shaking out. This man has done more for the sport in just the past couple of years than some of these that have been around for almost a lifetime, huh? And it's amazing because there's an old guard that wants he not to succeed in what he's doing. If it's about putting on the best matches that couldn't come together due to economic means, due to promoters not wanting to risk their pot, due to fighters unwilling to challenge themselves, hey, well, so be it. A change must take place. Did I not say that we were venturing into a cycle where this whole thing about not facing the best was gonna be a closing chapter and something anew would come forward? Here you see it. It's taking place right now, right before your eyes. And some of y'all are upset about it because it means that some of your favorite guarded fighters, protected by you and them, now are gonna have to face the music, We're gonna find out if they're really so good or if they're really so bad, Yeah. So let's talk about it. The latest news is telling us that, listen, Sergey Bulchuk, he says that he's willing to step in and face Sebastian Fundora since Errol Spence is not the option now. That's a good fight. Good challenge for Sebastian. And deservedly so, because I feel that they jobbed Bohachuk after his last fight against Virgil Ortiz. How you going to drop the guy twice? Win a lot of the rounds. Some rounds were close, but Virgil was busy with his hands, but they weren't scoring shots all the time. Just shows the difference when you got someone like Golden Boy, behind you. And then they make you take a golden shower, because they want to pee on your parade. I don't like that, man. So Bohachuk, yeah, let the brother get his shot. It'll be a tough fight for Sebastian. Yeah. So let's discuss it, y'all. See you guys out there. It says we got about 12 people in the building right now, but over 40 something have come through. So it just goes to show you what they do. I don't have 40 something thumbs up though. They come through. What they come through for, y'all? Huh? Throwing rocks, hiding their hands? The Tim Bradley team coming through? Yeah. Okay, we got 706 in the building. Who's calling? What's on your mind? This is who? I'm sorry, you sound a little low. I can't hear you. Who is this?
I'm sorry about this. It's Jack.
Jack?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Just calling to show some support. Just to the Patreon. I encourage everybody to do that as well.
Thank you, brother. Thank you.
It's been a great year of last year of noise on culture. I hope to have another great year of that. I'd like to ask a question. I see that Turkey is doing the 147 tournament. If you could do a modern day 6 for 6 at 147, who would you do and why?
Well, let me forget about the 6 for 6. If I were going to make a championship fight at 147 right now, there's two fighters that will fight for that title. Imantas Stanionis and Jaron Boots Ennis. Because those two men have been the anchors at that division for the past 4 years or so, maybe a little longer, and nobody wants to fight those guys. And people want to kind of line themselves up around them and try to scrape up a couple of titles that they may not have. But to me, those two are the anchors. And I'm not saying that Imantas can beat Jaron. I'm not saying Jaron could beat him. But what I would start off with is something like that. And since we're currently and presently in the era of Turkey, that's what he's been doing for the sport. He's been taking the top guys like Bitterbeeve and Bivol and putting them in there to sort things out. Because once you begin to do things like that, other things will line up properly. We're not seeing that enough yet. And he can only put on so many cards, right? But his cards are loaded with talent facing one another. But look at all the guys who are just kind of been sitting back in the cut, not doing anything. And I mentioned Stanionis, but when is the last time he fought? It's been a long time since he fought. We have seen Boots, but then Boots has also run into a situation ever since he signed up with Matchroom. All of a sudden, he's turning down fights all the time. And that's not a good look, but I don't think that's totally his part. It could be that Matchroom don't want to put the money up for some of his fights against some of the opponents that are projected for, challenges. And see, this is where Turkey is erasing that kind of foolishness, because he can make this pot sweet enough to satisfy someone who may be willing to take the risks. But you still got to deal with these promoters who kind of sit on their hands a lot. And they do it with prejudice, because they don't do it with everyone, but they do it with certain fighters. There's no reason that Enos shouldn't be fighting some good fighters out there. And if you want to shortchange someone, no, he can't fight all of his damn fights at the championship level in Philly. Take the act on the road. You just saw Matchroom have Liam Pato, one of Matchroom's fighters, fight in Puerto Rico twice. Once beating Sabril Matias, well, that's his home country or whatever. And the second time, because they can call the shots on where the fights be held. Why don't you take a fight on the road and make it worth the while for people to say, okay, it's a neutral territory. Let's get some neutral judges in there. Let's see what can really happen. There's still a monopoly that's going on. And although Turkey has made leaps and bounds, strides in the sport, it's going to take a lot more for it to turn the corner to put the sport in the best possible position it could be in. And some of these folks out here who are resisting that aren't helping with that dumb mindset of rebuking and refusing and rejecting. You see, what I talked about him doing is like trying to get proceeds together to get some kind of health care for these guys and everything. Because as a man walks up those stairs for competition on a certain night, he may not come out of the ring the same way that he went in. And it's very important that they be taken care of in that manner. But as far as a tournament, if the tournament leads to something, the next two best should face each other under that. I know we got guys like, what's his name? The young brother that has the WBO title. He beat Santillan. Huh? Yeah, Brian Norman. Brian Norman should be fighting someone. You pair him up. I know Jamal James hasn't retired. Bring him out of the doldrums and make him box. He's a good boxer. Butayev is still out there. Another tough fighter who can really impose himself physically on guys who are not of a champion spirit and heart. So it's like there are a number of guys. And again, a tournament would be nice, but is it going to lead to something? I don't just want to see square offs, huh? I want to see it lead to something. What I was hoping is that Ring Magazine championship that now is in possession of Turkey, and he has the Ring Magazine publications and everything, it would be great that the top fighters have that ring belt. So that's the real one champion of the world. If you beat him, you've beaten the real champion of the world. I like to see that. It's amazing all the years that Golden Boy, Oscar De La Hoya, was in ownership of that, and he just ran that into the ground. And it would be nice to see it rebound. That awards ceremony and gala from a little over a week ago, that was wonderful. It was like a Grammys of sorts for boxing. And we need more of that, huh? Where the focus is on the fighters, not the promoters, not their managers, but the fighters themselves, because they're the ones that lay it on the line day in and day out. So, but those are my thoughts on that.
Yeah, I think that a tournament could lead to that. I think I read something saying Turkey on the Sheik was going to buy him the sanctioning body. So maybe if he did that, they could have tournaments at every division, so there could be only one or two fights.
Well, they don't need one or two. They need one. That's the problem. See, because I'm going to tell you something. I don't know how old you are, and I'm not asking. But when you were in grade school and you used to have relay races in gym, and they line up the class and everybody run, and then there's a start point and there's a finish point. Sometimes at the end of the finish point, when you cross the finish line, you get an award, a medal, a trophy, or something, right? So you run hard. You try your best to achieve, to get the winning status. If they give an award or a medal or a trophy to all 15 kids in the class, what's the use?
There is no use. They're
Thank you. So you said you just said a moment ago, well, I like to see like it be 1 or 2, right? Didn't you just say that?
Yes, sir. I said that because they want to hype all these matches as championship bouts. So if you always have a 1 and a 2, 1 and 2 can always be fighting.
No. If you have a 1 and 2, what are they fighting for?
The title.
So the title goes to who?
Champion, number 1.
And thank you. So if you won and you become the champion, there is no 2.
Okay, I understand that.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying? But I'm not trying to be insulting, brother. Listen to my logic here. You've been conditioned by our society to be more all-inclusive and not put the focus on being the best that you can be. And the way that they've done that is by penalizing and taking someone who may not be as good or worthy or whatever and telling you, well, because they were a part of this process, they're important too. Yeah, they're important for you to stand on their necks because you've achieved. You work for yours. I talk about this all the time. When you've been in class and the dude is trying to get a look at your homework because he was partying and smoking weed and everything, but he ain't do his, but he coming in the next day, hey man, can you help me out with number 4? You got the answer to number 10? In fact, you got another piece of paper. Let me just copy yours. You done worked, study up all night, and then you got someone like that. And they get passed along like you, and you're passed along because of your merits. He's being passed along because of his presence. No. The day of that needs to be done. But see, it takes men of true virtue, ethic, to stand and speak on this. Instead of someone be like, shh, here, let me slide you a little love and just forget about this and let it move along. No! I had to work for mine. But see, you've been conditioned to think for someone else or of someone else, but not for yourself. And at the end of the day, who gonna help you?
Nobody. You gonna help yourself.
There you go. And see a man who has been brought up to think that kind of way, that doesn't mean smash someone else, because of their existence. What that means is that you cultivate and develop yourself to the point where you can go out and achieve and you can get things done and to be able to think independently and use deductive reasoning and use your intellect, because physical can only go so far, but the psychological goes deeper. You see, and we're not taught to. They want everybody to be followers now. It's one of the reasons why I was deriding Tim Bradley in the opening of this show, because I was like, the dude was on ESPN talking foolishness over these fights. We've watched him for the past few years, and he was in the past joined with Andre Ward, and both of them were on there talking foolishness for certain instances regarding the sport, misleading people. Now you got a public platform and you out there talking foolishness like these guys were doing, former professional world champions. And people, because you're on television, remember, if you're on someone's television every week or a couple times a month or whatever, they adopt a feeling and thought process towards you almost like they know you, but they don't, because you're on their TV every night or whatever. They feel that. It's psychological. So you're on there, but you're talking foolishness. They begin to buy into your foolishness. You see how you can be steered wrong? And then if they're not speaking the real, because the company wants them to not speak the real, then is that not, a loss of integrity there?
Yes, it is.
Of course. So this is why I say what I said. Now, some people may think, oh, he just talking about Tim Bradley. He don't like him. He just, I don't care for people who don't represent properly, man. And now he's going to be out of that particular job because Top Rank is going to be off of ESPN. So now he's on YouTube and everything now, doing the channel and uploading videos and stuff. Stuff that we've been doing for years. And he'll get a lot of numbers because of the status of who he was professionally and all of that. But that don't mean he know what he's talking about. And he really doesn't know what he's talking about, because if he looked at him on TV and the foolishness that he spoke, and now he's on here and he's trying to sing a different tune, what does that tell you? Does that tell you about a person that you should put much value in? There you go. But see, a person like myself, I come on this platform and I try to give you guys the real. And I try to give you balance. Because when I say balance, I'm talking about that's not me being personally objective. It's like I'm using my mind and thought process, the experience and everything to make assessments. Just like when you asked me about the tournament thing just a moment ago, and I gave you my even-handed perspective of that and how I think it would be better to do it like this way. You could still have a tournament, but the tournament should not be the focus. What the focus should be is the champion. Who is the champion of the world? That's who I want to know. And now that we've established that, I want to see who is going to challenge him. And the tournament can get somebody prepared to challenge him. You see? And that's what I'm saying. But when you got someone like Bradley, you see how much he made a fool of himself out there talking about Tank and everything. Yeah, Tank, he ain't bending the knee for nobody. He ain't gonna kiss the ring, and I support that. And now PBC is in the pocket with Turkey now too. What Bradley gonna say about that? I'm telling you, see, no integrity, bro. No integrity. But I've been talking about this man and how he's done some positive things. Is he perfect? Absolutely not. But he's given a new take, a refreshing take, because he is someone that can make things happen because he has bottomless pockets. And see, that's the worst part of the exposure there, is because now you're going to see who was really in it for the money or not. There are some people who will participate in this because they want to be the best. Yes, making a buck is important. You need your finances to be in order to survive and have a living for yourself. But there are some people who really want to show that they're the best. And I have no problem with those, because it's only a handful. And that's where the focus should be, on that handful. Because if that handful represents properly, that becomes a thing where it leads by example. Because people will begin to aspire to be like that rather than be on the take. Get yours out the basement, huh? Meet somebody in the alley and let them pass you a manila envelope and all of that foolishness. No, the guy who got it done. Why do you think the icons, Leonard, Hearns, Hagler, Durant, Benavidez, Ali, Frazier, when you go back even further, Sugar Ray Robinson, Joe Louis, why do you think that they are remembered? They are remembered because they established something of themselves. There were tons of fighters around them in their careers. People don't talk about those guys like they talk about them, though. Because the iconic status is that they met challenges and they went through drama and they went through different types of obstacles and overcame. Some of them got knocked down and had to come back. These guys here, they don't even want to risk getting knocked down. But you get knocked down in life every day.
They don't want to be warriors, they want warriors.
But they want your money, though. Some of them don't want to be men and are afraid to come out and say, I don't want to be a man. But I can look at him and tell that he don't want to be a man. But then they get offended when you make comments about how they carrying themselves. Come on, you can't have it both ways, bro.
Yeah, you can't wear a perfume or something.
See, I talk about these things and people get mad, and I say it all the time. I put my little Snoop Dogg meme on the screen, that little mean mugging look he got from the movie Baby Boy. I put that image up. I say that's how they look at you when you call them out on their foolishness. But see, if you come up with dad around and everything, and dad put his foot down and say, hey, this is how things are done as a man, you be shook. Because it's like, okay, huh? Lions do that in the jungle. They cubs and everything. They play with them rough and everything. Get them ready. Because they going to have to get out there and fend for themselves.
Because the world is not going to care.
Exactly. But he ain't going to push him out there and be like, oh, go for what you know. It ain't going to happen. He going to get had.
I would know a question. I see Terrence Crawford may move up to 168 to fight Canelo Alvarez. Do you think he should take a fight at 160? And if so, who?
A fight at 160.
Maybe Moore or Janabek. He got 5 divisions.
Well, if he's fighting Janabek, he's fighting for a title. Janabek is a champion. No, but
Janabek and Moore have a title at 160. That way he could be.
Oh yeah, I didn't hear you say Lara. I didn't hear you say Lara. Yeah, those are champions, but if his desire was to win more titles, yeah. But he can fight a fighter of that weight that's not a champion, that's still a top name, and still achieve being active. Because that's the important thing, to be active. Because if I'm not mistaken, I believe Canelo will fight. If he and Crawford are going to fight by September, I would expect that Canelo will take a fight before September.
Yeah, I think he's supposed to fight in May. I'm just not sure who he is.
Yeah, that's what he usually does, target date. But he has moved off of his date in the past, too. It's like it's not necessarily a certified thing, but he will take a fight, I'm sure, before fighting someone of the ilk of Crawford. And Crawford should do the same. I know they said Crawford had an injury that stalled him out of doing anything, after he had the fight with Madrimov. I never really looked into it to see what was going on with that. But he needs to be active, man. He needs to be active. But fighting a fight at 160, he could fight that, but I don't think he needs to fight one of the champions at 160 unless the goal was to achieve another title. Because you have to condition yourself, excuse me, psychologically for that type of preparation for another title than you would if you were facing someone like a contender. I heard a name bandied about like someone like a Deverenchenko. Could he face someone like that? I think Blue Blood mentioned that, if I'm not mistaken. If Blue Blood mentioned it, shout out to Blue Blood. If he didn't, forgive me for who I heard say that. But
I think he did say that. I think I saw that video.
Yeah, so if he were going to move up to face someone from a higher division so he can, one, remain active, two, get acclimated to dealing with a bigger person and stronger person, yeah, that should be it. But if he were going to go for another world title, yes, then one of those two guys, because they both have a name. Janibek has a lesser name than Lara, but yeah, go up and take those guys on. Personally, I think he could knock Lara out.
I think that'd be a good fight for him, Lara.
But I think he could knock Lara out. See, Lara is a southpaw. And Bud is a better southpaw than Lara. He's better. And you saw what he did to Errol. And Errol was a southpaw.
Yeah, it was an amazing fight for Bullet. I have one more thing to say before I go, Sensei. I just saw recently that Michael Jai White is gonna remake Trouble Man. What do you think of that?
Oh, the Robert Hooks film?
Yes, sir. Classic.
I didn't hear that. Wow. Okay. I love that film. Love the soundtrack too. That's Marvin Gaye, man. Marvin Gaye, yeah, did the soundtrack for Trouble Man. Yeah, man. You know what? It was like I have a small story about that song, Trouble Man. You know, when Mike Tyson was at the height, the peak of everything, and then he had to go away for that, what was it, 3.5 years or so? When he came back, excuse me, when he came back, I had said that if he wants to resume his career, it would be great if he got with some different people outside of Don King and everything, just for a sense of change and adopt a different mentality toward what he would do professionally. And when he left prison, you remember they were saying he had converted to Islam. I was like, okay, well, that's a step in a positive direction. Let's see what's up. Then he had a press conference that says, I will fight again, and Don King is still my manager or what, my promoter, whatever. I was like, oh, the wind just went out my sails, man. And I thought about that song, Trouble Man. I was like, that should be his ring entrance song every time he go to the ring. You know what I mean? But no one ever imposed that upon him or whatever. But that was something I really truly thought about that. I was like, if it was a way I could get to him, I'd be like, this needs to be your song. And if you don't like it, then you should play it even more, because you're running into these issues, man, head on, huh? With no headgear, huh? It's like, I just said. But yeah, if Michael's gonna make that film, remake it, I hope he does it with seriousness. Let it be a drama or whatever, not a comedy. But I would love to see something like that. Now, is he going to set it in a certain period? Do you know? Have you heard? If it's,
I think it's going to be set in the 1970s.
Oh, if it's going to, that would be great too, because he has a knack for that. I saw his, I didn't see his Western yet. We were just talking about this a couple of weeks ago. Yeah, I didn't see that yet, but we were talking just a couple of weeks ago about Black Dynamite and how I never knew he could be so funny, you know, but he took elements of those films from the blaxploitation era and he put them in Black Dynamite, and I thought he did a wonderful job with that. The film, you couldn't make that film today, but it's like when it came out a few years back, I mean, Black Dynamite was something else. And I would say that's one of the best, you know, sit down, eat some popcorn and watch. It's just hilarious, especially if you're old enough to remember, things from the 70s. So if he's doing Trouble Man from the 70s, that's going to be great.
Black Dynamite is one of my favorite movies. I was a psychiatric nurse for many years. I used to make my patients watch it. And I would let them know after the movie we can do things the right way, the wrong way, or the Black Dynamite way.
Yeah.
They actually stopped me from making my patients watch that movie because the patients were saying that I was threatening them. I told my nurse manager, I guess they not that crazy.
Yeah, you see, and I'm glad you said that, because again, what you just pointed out, I guess they're not that crazy. You see, you can play crazy. You can even look to play and gear yourself towards someone's sensitivities. But at the end of the day, I don't think there's a person walking butt naked out here in the Shire when it's -7 degrees right now. You understand? Now, crazy, you be out there butt naked walking down the street -7. But no, anybody you see on the street is fully clothed, huh?
Yeah, crazy is special. It's funny because, you know, people talk about the bathroom beat-out thing. And from my experience, because I was a forensics nurse and a forensic nurse practitioner, or psychiatric practitioner, a lot of them guys who always talked about fighting in the bathroom were the people from the state jails that weren't crazy, that would pretend to be crazy, that come to the hospital and they would fight in the bathroom because, as they say, there's no cameras in the bathroom.
Right.
The crazy patients will fight whenever.
Whenever, yup. It could go down right now. You burp funny, and it could go down right then and there.
You walk by and they don't like you. They jump on the doctor, they'll jump on anybody. But people playing will always wait till it's bathroom time to attack somebody because there's no cameras in.
Yeah. Yeah, Hopkins inviting folks to the bathroom is troubling within itself. You know what I mean? Because the man is 60 years old and he, you know, my age, and he trying to invite somebody to the bathroom with him. Huh? He need to invite himself out of that damn graces of the golden boy and get his stuff together. Because he's another one that has shown a loss of integrity, a terrible loss of integrity.
Do you think with his career he would be a great ambassador for life, especially all the things he had to go through?
Well, they got to him. They got to him, bro. The integrity got erased when they put a little extra love in his pocket, huh? And they probably put a little extra love somewhere else, because that's how they get down. But I ain't got to go through all of that. You understand what I'm saying? But, you know, this is what they do. They show you now. It's right there. It's right there. It's in your face all the time. They telling you what they doing, huh? But they got the nerve to be upset about people like this man right here, Turkey, because he out there trying to listen. He may be. I know they say he has some health issues and stuff. He may be on borrowed time, or his time may be extended beyond ours. But he's trying to make it happen what he would like to see, because from his standpoint, you have to understand, he's like, why isn't this happening? You know what? You know, I can make it happen if you're talking about the money, but he was like, let's see the best. Let's see people do. Tyson Fury retired on the day that they had the press conference for Bivol and Bitterbeef's rematch. What a selfish butthole. Because he knew that when he announced that, everybody gonna be talking about it, everybody gonna be asking him about it, whatever, whether it's people who like him or not or whatever. But why did he do it the day before or the day after? But he did it on the day of. So it stole the thunder from those guys. So is he really being genuine when he says that he felt that he was robbed and he didn't get a decision in either fight against Alexander Usyk? Or was it really something more telling about him as a person? And then he said, you can't win in this country with these people. This is a man who put love in your pocket unknown. And you got the nerve to say something like that? If that's not biting the hand that feeds you, literally. But didn't he also call himself the Gypsy King, huh? So it's like you a thief. And you've been stealing from the people and fighters for years. Good riddance. Get the hell out of here.
This is his retirement already.
What's that?
He's retired about 5 times before already anyway.
Yes, he has. And what most people don't understand, and we've been trying to educate the masses, when you are a habitual, chemically abusing athlete, the drug testing stops when you retire.
I think there should be mandatory 365 drug testing for every champion and every challenger.
But when you retire, the drug testing stops, brother. Did you know that?
I think I heard it before.
Yeah.
I'm sure that's the way they cheat.
Yeah.
Don't even find a way to cheat.
Yeah. And I think there is a time limit, you know, of the scale of when you retire. Floyd Mayweather retired. He was supposed to fight someone. I forget who it was.
Was it Marquez? Or was that before Marquez?
No, this was a different fighter. He was supposed to fight someone. I just don't remember who it was at this time. But he retired a certain length of time, long enough for the title that he would have had to face the guy as a mandatory or whatever. And then when that expired, then he came back and he fought. I don't remember who it was. It could have been Marquez, but I don't know. But see, doing stuff like that, see, these are the things that certain fighters and their promoters and also sanctioning bodies that they may be akin to, when they learn the law of the land for the certain things, you got so many days to do this, and you could do this, you could do this, and you can beat the system, so to speak. You got several fighters out here who live their careers doing that. It's one of the reasons why when Terrence Bud Crawford was going at it with Tank Davis last week, when he made that comment about, I know how you feel, I was once barred from the dance myself, and once I got a chance, I kicked the door down. What he was saying was they barred him for the longest of times. And you saw it even recently when he beat Madrimov and he wanted to go after Fundora and everything, and they throw Errol in there, even though they knew that they weren't going to make the fight with Errol. But he, it was to block Crawford. Why are they blocking the man? It's like somebody doesn't want to see certain amount of greatness take place. And if Bud goes in there and beats Fundora, now he's got 2 belts. He might as well go for undisputed, right? So it's like, I'm going to tell you something, but they let Canelo do whatever he want to do, don't they?
Weren't they talking about Bud fighting somebody for 2 other belts?
Yes, Fundora. He had 2 belts.
Okay.
This is what I'm trying to say. It's funny how they'll let certain guys, and I call this that whole thing about representation. They'll let certain guys have certain fights and achieve certain status. It's almost like the path is carved out for them. And then other guys who are really good, but there are all kind of roadblocks in front of them, things that stop them, and nobody wants to face them. Guys that vacate and they move up a division or whatever. Remember Guillermo Rigondeaux? As great as he was as a fighter, all those guys that were around him didn't want to face him. They all just kind of scrambled left. Santa Cruz, what was his name? Carl Frampton, all those guys, they ran away from him. So salute to Nonito Donaire, who went in there and fought the guy and put him on the map because he beat Donaire. But at least he fought him. And Donaire should always be respected because he's a guy that's done the 24/7, 365 drug testing and everything. He did that years ago before it even became a hot topic or whatever. So you have to give credit to the men who are really men in the sport and not these other folks that are just kind of, nibbling at the scraps from the table. And there's too much of that. Too much giving homage or attention where it doesn't belong.
Well, it's been a pleasure talking to you today, Sensei. I hope you have a great rest of the show. Thank you. Anyway.
Thank you. Peace to you. Okay.
You're welcome, sir. Goodbye.
That's a great call. Thank you to the caller. Appreciate you. Yeah. We had some people come into the building since the brother called in. We got Mahari Nation Sports Podcast in the building. What's good with you? He says, good morning, Stormy B, man. It's -10 in Minnesota. It's pretty cold, bro. It's -7 here. Shawalaya is in the building saying, blessings, Stormy in chat. Right back at you. And Isaiah GQ is in the building. What's happening with you, Isaiah? Good to see you. Ravens Nation is back saying salute. Snacks B in the building saying good afternoon, Stormy B man in chat. Yes, sir. Yeah. So this is what it is, you guys. This is what it is. Lines are still open. You can call in if you want. So coming up this Friday, man, there's going to be another fight from Japan where Naoya Inoue is taking on Yi Jun Kim. Now, it was originally going to be Sam Goodman, I believe, from the UK, but Goodman suffered an injury, so he's bowing out of that fight, and Jun Kim is stepping in. I know absolutely nothing about Jun Kim, so it's going to be interesting what happens there. I would like to see Inoue get challenged. Uh-oh. I'm having some. Oh, here we go. Oh boy. Let's see here. On my end, I'm frozen up. Can you guys see me okay? Is everything, cause it's like my laptop is acting up or something. Damn. It's jacked up. Yeah, on my end, it's like frozen. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Let's see here. Yeah, I gotta try something because it's like totally frozen, guys. This is so weird. I'm gonna have to try something, you guys. Give me a second here. Cause I can't continue to show with it in this mode here. It's like frozen on my end. Okay, I'm back, you guys. So I apologize for that, but my system froze up on my end, and I had to restart it. You know, I didn't end it. I just had to restart it. It just, everything froze. But you guys could see me, and I looked like I was live, but on my system, it was frozen. It had me frozen in one of those weird little facial expressions too, like. I was like, what the hell, man? I'm glad y'all didn't see that because it made me look foolish. But I'm back, and we're gonna finish up what we're doing here. Phone lines are still open. If you want to give a call, let Stormy know what your thoughts are. We were talking about Turkey Al-Sheikh and what's going down over there with what he's doing in the sport of boxing, consolidating and making deals, putting it all together. It's like the man is really moving and shaking out there. So very interesting. Salute to my brother A Weapons out there. He just sent me a message. He said, Thomas bought some merchandise. Hey Thomas, appreciate you, bro, with your purchase of some STORMYBman merchandise. Thank you for your support, brother. Thank you. So Thomas, what did you get, bro? We got some people came in. Queen 71 is out there. What's going on with you, Queen? I see you out there. Snacks B. Yeah. So what did you get, Thomas? What did you get? Yeah, I was talking about before I had this interruption. This guy June Kim, I don't know what he's gonna do. Okay, Thomas, you got a hoodie, a hat, and a t-shirt. That's what's up, man. Thank you so much, brother. We appreciate that support, man. Hey, when you receive your items, man, take a photo so I could upload it on the community page. That's what I'm doing with people who want to model the Stormy B-Man product, post you guys on the community page. I wanted to ask Shower, have you had a chance to see any film on Yi Jun Kim, who's going into the Coliseum against Inoue? I haven't seen anything on him yet. I'll probably do a modified video for this week, because my original video, which is scheduled to come out for the fight on Thursday or Friday, I gotta talk about Yi Jun Kim. So I gotta figure out some film on the guy. Thomas says, bet. I think I would look better than the models on the site. Okay. Yes, sir. That's what's up. Yeah. Yeah, Shawa, I'm gonna do the same, cause I gotta adjust my video. It's still I had did the video a while back, and it was all set, ready to go for Sam Goodman, but you know, now Goodman is not the opponent. Yeah. Yeah. So come on, guys, exercise that option to use the call in. Queen 71, what you doing? Call in. Snacks B, I want to hear from you. Call in. Harry Nation Sports Podcast, I know you out there. Call in. That was just me testing the line, you guys, to make sure that it's still operating, since I had to restart the system. What, you guys feeling intimidated or something to not call in? What's that all about? Nobody got no love for Stormy to talk to him about some boxing. That just lets you know everybody out there ain't sincere, man. Anyway. That's my man doing his thing there, man. I'm so excited to hear that Devin's coming back and he's gonna fight multiple times this year. I'm looking forward to that, man. I'm looking forward to it. Devin is a fighter that's representing in the sport that should always be celebrated, man, because he's a professional. He's doing things the right way. You know, that's what's up. That's what's up. Okay, we got 303 in the building. Who's calling? What's on your mind?
Hey, Shower.
Hey, Shower. Good to hear from you. How you doing this Sunday morning? Now afternoon. It just switched over to 12 noon Chicago time. What's happening?
Oh, I'm all right. It's a little cold here too, man. But no, you start talking about Devin, and it just got me thinking. Yeah. I'm happy to see him too. I'm really happy to see him coming back, and I think I saw somewhere last night. You know, people are just always gonna be mean and nasty and talk crap. You know, he's not fighting nobody. I think he should have fought Ramirez instead of freaking Ryan. You know, and I think that's a good fight. People just
I mean, absolutely. Ramirez is a bona fide former world champion. You know, a fighter that can give you the best of what he has to offer. You know, that's not a cakewalk for Devin. You know, it's not. I
don't think it is either.
But it's the type of fighter that if you take the Ryan Garcia fight out of the picture, it was just another opportunity to fight another top fighter. You know, it's like, because remember, everybody is not cooperating, right? So it's the Tank Davis supporters that will say something like that, because as long as someone else is fighting Devin, they can say those things, and Tank is not fighting him. But every time Devin defeats someone else outside of Tank, then it's a thing of like, well, you know, you're not fighting anybody. Well, tell your boy to get in the ring with him then. You know?
Right. But they're okay with Ryan fighting a little pit bull. You know, it's just, yeah, I'm cool. I'm cool with Devin doing that. I still don't know readily how I feel about him rematching. I do want him to fight Ryan if that's what he wants, but I just don't like that kid. I don't want to see him. You know, I just don't feel like he was truly punished or reprimanded, and I don't want to see him really do much. Personally,
well,
I'm a little salty.
Well, someone wants Ryan present. I don't know who that is. I couldn't even begin to fathom that, because had his behavior and outbursts been anyone else, especially had it been someone black, they would be banned from the sport. I just don't understand that right now, and I'm not trying to understand it. But I will be giving Ryan Garcia very little consideration or conversation on him going forward, because I think he's bad for the sport. I think that people who support him are
bad for the sport to me.
Well, yeah, they're bad. Not only bad for the sport, but they are jaded people, because remember, he's done it all. He's check marked each box. he's assaulted women. He's insulted the African American community. He's insulted the Muslim community. He has insulted boxing, its fans and supporters, of people who want to hold a high guard of integrity for the sport. And he's been a liar that not only in the judicial system, but to society. I mean, it's how much more of a criminal. The only thing he hasn't done yet is taken a life. I mean, he did
that we know of.
That we know of, yeah. But it's like he's checked all the boxes. Like, oh, bad guy. You know what I'm saying? It's like you can't make it up. It's not even a fallacy. It's fact. This guy is bad. and they've allowed him to remain. I don't know.
I don't either, and it's almost celebrated. And it's at one point, it made me ill. Like it literally made me ill. That whole mess that went down, and just seeing people, specifically our people out there doing that crap, supporting and turning a blind eye to his silliness. So, yeah, I'm with you. I'm not giving any light to that. I call him the demon spawn. He don't get no shine.
Yeah.
So,
I do believe too that they're going to match him according to. They're gonna pass it off like there's a chance he may be fighting Pitbull. Pitbull still got to get through this guy Fierro, and that's not necessarily a cakewalk. I've watched Fierro fight.
I did too. After you came in my chat,
and
that's how we watched it.
and Fierro's coming behind Rayo, who beat him. So it's like, and don't forget, he lost a couple times before that. He lost to Tank, and he lost to that other guy. He dropped the decision. So it's not like Pitbull is indestructible, So
because he arguably lost to Cabrera too.
Yeah, Cabrera boxed him very well as well. See, I felt like at that time there was an agenda for Pitbull. You know what I'm saying? They were trying to keep him at a certain status and everything. I got a question for you. When you went and watched something on Fierro, what were your thoughts?
I did some video on him. I call him a firecracker. He's I wouldn't say super, but he's semi-explosive. He's a good boxer. I don't, to be honest, Stormy, I don't think much of him, but do I think he could possibly beat Pitbull in what I saw? Yeah. He can box him enough to beat him.
What I noticed about him is he's resilient. It's like you could hurt him or whatever, but he'll come back, and he'll throw punches like you thinking he might throw a 1-2, and he's throwing 3-4-5. 3-4-5, and he'll get busy on you. It's like, and he's not a chump. He's not a chump. It's like he's a fighter, which is a fighter always has a chance. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, what do you call Pitbull and his
what's that?
Style and pressure? What do you call that?
Well, he's very one-dimensional. And he doesn't have boxing skills. So, he clams up in the shell. He tries to keep his chin tucked in the cradle of his chest, and he's a swarmer. He'll come out with looping shots and everything. But remember, for guys who throw looping shots, guys who throw straight shots can beat him every time. Because the shortest distance between 2 points is a straight line. While you're looping and winging this, and I'm coming straight down the middle, I could catch you right on your chin.
It's just not even aesthetically pleasing to me. I don't like to see. I just don't like the look of that looping wide shots. I love a straight jab, a straight shot.
Mm-hmm.
It looks cleaner.
Yeah.
And then he got them little baby arms too. I don't know. I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of Pitbull.
Yeah, understandably, and it's like because he's so limited. He's so limited that there's no special feature there. It's one of those things that it's like a guy who can dunk a basketball, but he can't play the game. Does that make sense to you? It's like, he can't dribble, and if he got the ball, he'll travel. When he get the ball, he'll just run first before putting it on the floor. But he can get up in the air and dunk. I knew guys like that growing up. We'd be playing in the playground, and it's like, and I don't want him on my team. It's like it's one of those things. That's Pitbull. He can punch and he can swarm and get after somebody, but somebody that really know how to fight and box, that's easy work. That's why people was like, oh, Muratalla, when they fought, they was like, Rayo, you know, he better, he better watch out. Man, he made Rayo look like he was, you know, an all-star fighter. he just did what he was supposed to do to him, you know?
Rayo did make that look easy.
Yeah, he made it. It's like, you know, let me show you a few tricks, you know? And like I said, if Fierro can take his punch, because he can crack a little bit, if Fierro could take his punch, it could be a hard night for Pitbull. And remember, this is still on the Riyadh season card, so Turkey made that fight. That's not a gimme. It's not. Because he don't.
Yeah, I don't think it is either.
He don't give us those kind of fights. He don't. Turkey don't give us those kind of fights. You remember Raymond Ford and Akhtamov? It's like, that was like, you know, Akhtamov, nobody knew who he was. And Raymond Ford got in there and he's fighting. And it's like, man, this dude is rough. He's tough. He's taking it to Raymond Ford. And it took every ounce of Ford the last few seconds of the final round that he finally broke through and got to that guy and got him out of there. Because if they had gone to the scorecards, it could have been different.
Yeah, you know, that was one of my. Was that last year or was that 23? Because I think I picked
that was last year. That was last year, last year.
Early, yeah. I picked that as one of my fights of the year because and he had two of them, really, but that one, woo. Yeah. Him and Ball, and then him and the Akhmadov. Yeah.
Oh, I think it was 23. I think it was 23 because in his next fight was early last year. He lost to Nick Ball. Right?
Yeah, I'm gonna look. I will look because I want to say it was last year, but yeah. Either way, yeah, I totally get it. But Pitbull, I don't know. I mean, to me, it's just still some hype associated with that. Even, I know you said he's strong, and I think it's just, like you said, the swarming, the overwhelming, like, you know, that takes effect as well. So
right.
I don't know. I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan. No. You know, I don't like anyway too tough. I mean, I feel like, I really want to see somebody in there test this dude. And I don't care if it's in Japan. I don't care if it's here. I just want to see somebody that's really going to bring it to him and fight him.
Mm-hmm.
They act like he's invincible. They be trying to put him over Bud. And I'm just like, I don't like that.
Yeah, what happens is, there are guys who, I call it representation. You know, they're representing a demographic, and when they're in place, that's almost a guaranteed ticket sale. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And there are fighters who are there for that, and it's really weird because sometimes they are not as good as they're touted to be, but they get decisions and stuff because somebody wants their presence. So, that, you know what? That was, I did check, Shower. The Octobeck fight was in March of last year. And then the Nick Ball fight was in June.
Uh-huh.
And then he fought again against Gonzalez in November. So he was busy last year, Raymond Ford.
Yeah, he was. I know you. I think I remember you speaking to it, and I don't think you felt so much like I did. But yeah, I felt bad for old Nick for taking that. These guys gotta stop listening to Eddie. It's like he's really truly setting people up. He should have just moved up. And I like Nick Ball, but yeah.
Yeah, you know, Eddie Hearn, he has shown his hand. I don't know why people don't see what that is and what it's all about. I don't like what he did to Jessica McCaskill. I don't like what he did to Chantel Cameron. I don't like what he did to Raymond Ford. I mean, there have been a series of fighters that he has done so, and now he's working on Shakur and Jaron Ennis. I'm telling you, people can't see it, but you know, I know Shawa, you watching it now, but you've heard me. I've been saying it the entire time, haven't I?
Yeah, and I've been looking too.
No, but I'm just saying, I've been, you know, because there, you know, there are certain fighters that are fighting that even the brothers in the community, they just not covering those guys. But that leaves room for me to do what I do because I'll cover them. You know what I mean? And there is smoke where there's fire. You know, I've been talking about Hearn and what he's been doing a long time. And then you just heard me mention 2 female names and nobody talked about that. But he messed both of them up, Chantel and Jessica McCaskill.
I think he messed up Alicia too. I think he hooked her right on that myself.
And you may even count what's her name? Ramla Ali.
What did he do to Ramla?
She got knocked out, you know, back in 2023. But she came back in the rematch and she boxed the hell out of that girl. But she got knocked out that first time. I mean, you know.
I think that was on Ramla. That girl was a little tough.
No, she was a little strong for Ramla, and they didn't.
Yeah, it's true.
You know, she wasn't prepared for that. If she was prepared, it could have possibly been different, but she wasn't prepared, and it showed. The woman was very strong,
right.
And Ramla wasn't ready for that type of fight, but she was ready for it in the rematch because I don't think that girl won a round in that rematch.
She came back. That was a good, man. Okay, both fights were a good fight to me, but the comeback, oh man, I was proud of her.
I was very proud of her, and I did a video on it. I talked about it. You know, I called her the beautiful boxer, Ramla Ali. That's what I've referred to her as. You know, she's come into the sport and she's had some ups and downs, but you know, as a fighter, she has carved her teeth out there, and I respect everything she's done. In fact, I keep telling you, I'm one of the few that covers the ladies of the sport. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because I don't even have that desire so much as you do, but I do appreciate it. I'm not going to lie.
Well, the reason I do, and I'm not trying to be special at it, I've recognized that huge turn that women's boxing has taken. It's some skillful women out there now. It's like you could watch a woman's bout if you know who you're watching and watch the same type of skill you're seeing from some of the guys. It's like it has really gotten better. Some of these ladies, if they were fighting, back when like Layla Ali fought and Christy Martin, they would be beating them because some of these women are Olympic champions and medalists and you know, and have come into the sport and brought they've brought technique. They've brought a resume of experience and things of that nature. It's like, you know, Layla just went to the gym and started training and everything, and she started taking professional fights and became a champion. Right. But these women, it's a different cloth right now. That's just like Natasha Jonas is about to fight Lauren Price, and I'm telling you, that is not an easy fight for Natasha Jonas. Lauren gonna come in there and try to take her head off, man.
I know, and I hope she does. I know you did that video, and I spoke to it in your comment section. Cause I did. I went out and watched that interview. Me and my husband sat there and listened, and he said, "Man, that woman talking like she's scared." I said, "He knows who she is. He knows who she is." I said, "I'm sure she does know who she is." And she's sitting there. It was so disrespectful. And I was listening to her commentate, Clarissa Shields and Savannah Marshall fight.
Yeah.
You know, she's been like that. I guess she just has that type of attitude that she's holier than thou and
Yeah, she's she's very regal, you know. She's really regal, like almost like Snooty, right? Almost like Snooty, you know.
That's what.
But it's funny because in America, she get her butt kicked, you know, being like that. People kick her butt. I ain't talking about in the ring. I'm talking about they kick her butt for because she get on somebody's nerves. You know, it's like, I can't stand that girl. You know, that kind of thing. Right?
I agree.
Yeah. So it's like.
I don't know that I'd be mad.
And I've listened to her like when they've had her as a guest commentator on fights and stuff. Mm-hmm. And she's the same way in that. It's like, oh, well, I thought I'd give you the fight is even right now. I'm like, girl, the dude getting his ass whooped. You talking about it's even. What the hell you looking at? You know what I mean? But
yeah.
But listen, thank goodness for fighters like Lauren Price because she's bringing that new spirit out there. And it's a few more. You know, even Sky Nicholson. Sky can box.
Sky, man.
Yeah, but she can box though. But see, I'm gonna tell you something. Sky is probably gonna be like the female De La Hoya. In other words, you know, De La Hoya had the ladies loving him and stuff like that, right? Now Sky, they can build that up with her. She's got that smile. You know who she? I said this before. You know who she reminds me of? Rey from Star Wars. I don't know why, but she reminds me of the character Rey from Star Wars. But she can box. She can box, and she's a clean fighter, meaning like she keeps safe. You know, she manages her distance well and stuff. She needs somebody that's gonna go in there and get after her and, you know, dog her so we can see what she has on that side.
That's what I want.
Yeah, of course.
I do. I like her, but yeah, that's exactly what it is. She's too clean for me. I like her jab, but I almost feel like yeah.
But you know what I found out? I think it was in her last fight. Huh?
Comment KG made in the comment. That's who's loving on Sky right there.
Oh yeah, Eddie Hearn. I heard they got something going on. Is that true?
Yeah, that's what I've seen and heard too. And I've seen his little shoes all up in her spot. Like, yeah, they do.
Oh, those was his shoes?
Yeah, they doing the thing.
Man, Eddie Hearn ought to be ashamed of himself, man. Messing around with that girl. What is she? Oh, she's 29. What is Eddie, like 45?
The interest, kind of. Yeah, that's your fighter. And I don't trust it. I don't trust it.
Yeah, well, he better, I don't know, whatever. But when she fought, I think it was that woman she fought, Diana Vargas, back in July of last year. You know, she won a decision in that, but she hit that woman with a punch that rocked her, and that changed the fight because, you know, the lady started out first 3 or 4 rounds. Sky was kind of hesitant or whatever, because I think Vargas, let me make sure this is the right person I'm talking about. Yeah, Vargas was 19. She was 19-1 with 1 draw with 12 KOs. So she was aggressive, and she was out of Dominican Republic. But Sky hit her with a shot in one of those rounds, and it kind of rocked Vargas. And from that point, the fight kind of changed, and Sky started really boxing her. She can punch, but she hasn't been made to sit down on her punches. I think she can crack. See, when you got good boxing technique, it don't take a lot of power. all you gotta do is throw it with the proper leverage and turn the shots over. You can hurt somebody. It's like when Michael Nunn knocked out Sumbu Columbe in 1 round in a fight back in the late 80s. Columbe had been in wars with guys like Mike McCallum and stuff, but Michael Nunn was moving in on him and took a half step back and threw a left, and it knocked Columbe out, hit him right on the chin. But it was sharp, it was fast, and Columbe never saw the shot. See, Sky can do that to somebody, and those are the kind of things I be watching for. You see,
Yeah.
I don't get
I'm
distracted.
gonna have to go back and rewatch that fight. Definitely. Like I said, and you know what it is too. I know that she was training buddies with your girl Alicia. So I know they've been in there, working on stuff, and I know she's had to likely get in there and do some tough sparring. I just want to see, I want to see her put to the test. Like, anyway, I want to see what she really got.
Yeah.
Because I do. I don't feel like she's a hype job at all.
No. She's not a hype job.
It's almost a little, it's just a little bland to watch. And maybe I'm wrong in the sense that she's just actually better than I think she is. And they're not challenging her,
Well, don't forget, she has Olympic experience too, and this is that new breed in Flock, and the girl that's the partner of Lauren Price. I forget her name. She's good too. Do you know who I'm talking about?
No, I may have seen her on one of them cards with all the women.
Yeah. Hold on. Let me see. I'll pull her up in just a second.
KG getting on my nerves in this chat. We gonna put KG in the trash. She being bad.
Karis Artingstall, because she fights too. And
no.
Arting,
her first name?
huh?
How you spell her first name?
Karris.
Karis
Artingstall. Yeah, she's good too. She can box, and that's Lauren's partner. But
oh yeah, I do remember this chick. Sure do.
yeah, she can box. Yep. She can box too. And when you like I said before, when you're seeing these class fighters, have to give credit to them. She's 6-0 right now with 1 KO, but she's a darn good fighter herself. But
and she was on that card that I was talking about, because I do remember them sitting with each other and talking.
Yeah,
sure do. Her face, and she can fight.
Right. She can fight. But see, this is what I'm talking about. It's like when you see this new breed of fighters coming along and they ready to take on all challenges, and of course we got Caroline Dubois out there. I mean, there's a good young crop of fighters that need to be, talked about. And again, like I say, I'd rather talk about these people instead of talking about Tank Davis all the time or Shakur or whatever until they do something. If they do something, I'll talk about them. I ain't got no problem with that. But all this other stuff that's really leading to nowhere and there's no matches being made, for what? There's too many other fighters to talk about. I did a video Friday talking about, what's his name? Joe Smith Jr.
Oh,
he's coming back soon, and he's gonna fight. And that's a warrior right there. Joe Smith, he's a warrior. He's lost some, but he's beaten some good guys. You know what I mean? So why not talk about these guys?
Yeah, I like Joe. I watched your video.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm on the same page, Stormy. I don't, I'll listen to it and I'll entertain it for a while, but I'm not into that. I don't even call that drama. That's just mess. And it, like you said, it doesn't lead to anything substantial. I'm not learning nothing from it. I'm not growing from it, and that's just not me. If I ain't improving upon something, or
Right.
you know, it's entertaining for a little bit, but it's like that's not what I look at boxing for. I
Right.
don't look at it for drama and bull crap. So yeah, I do. And I'm the same way. You know, I be forever working on something, and half the time I don't even get it out because it's like, this ain't even good enough. But you know, I don't know.
You know what?
These
Listen,
people
don't think about it in terms of that, Shower. Don't think about it in terms of it's not good enough or whatever, because if you producing it and you put it out, you know, you're putting out, that's you. You know, everything is not necessarily going to be a home run, but the whole point of the whole point of it is putting it out there because you're filling a space that's available. It's you know, it needs to happen. That's why I'm so happy to see that you all are doing what you're doing. You and the Queens and Sugar Free Mars. And then I just got introduced to another content creator from Blue. I forget the young lady's name, but I was, you know, subscribed to her channel. She's doing, it's like, see, you guys, and you ladies, I should say, forgive me, but you ladies are doing something that there used to be a lot of us doing all of this too, but some of us have gotten sidetracked and sold out and you know, not producing that reel anymore and doing bull crap now, and that's horrible. 78 did a video.
Find out her name, share.
Huh?
If you find out or remember her name, you know, share.
Yeah. Let me look her up because I just subbed and it should be under my new subs. I think. Karma Serene. Karma Serene.
Oh, Karma, I've been subscribed to Karma.
I didn't know about her though. You see what I'm saying? It's like, but you hear me now. I'm talking about it because that's positive. It's like I'd rather talk up the positive people that are really producing and doing good work than to be this run of the mill crap. You know, where, you know, you're seeing people that are just not doing the good. They're not doing the sport of service with their crap, you know.
Right.
They're not doing the sport any service with their crap, you know. And like I said, I just found out about her, you know, through Blue, and so I went and I subbed. I was like, oh, she already got a couple videos that I've been ready to check out and everything, but again, when people are doing good work, man, I'm tip my hat. That's what I have to say. You know, I don't hate on anybody.
Yeah, I'm the same way. If it's not my cup of tea, I just move around. But you know, I got my preference, and I like people that talk technical. I like and I like, you know, just regular commentary, just and a little comedy.
Well, that's like yesterday, you know, 78 had a video where he talked about Bill Haney checking DJ Academics, right? And and the thing about it, you know, the guy putting out lies, you know, about Devin and everything. And see, that's what people have resorted to, doing stuff like that, or just for some views or you know, it's like, really?
Yeah.
You really gonna come out
like that?
First of all, you have no talent. You want to do something like that. You don't have no talent. Like me, I can come on here and do what I do. I have a certain audience that, you know, I'm their flavor, but maybe there's some others that it's not. But at least I still know how to hold a forum. You know what I mean? It's like I don't have to bring someone down to try to make myself lifted up. And there's some people.
Some people don't want to hear that mess any dang way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But and you hear me say all the time, like, okay, I'm not all that, right? But why are they watching me though? They'll sit in silence and watch and mean mug or whatever, but they hear. They can't take the view away. The view is there.
That's true.
And I've seen them.
But, you know, sometimes I can't help but wonder. You know, there's like times I watch people on my television and I can't say nothing, and I ain't about to get on my phone to say nothing.
No, Shaba, that ain't listen, that ain't what I'm talking about, and you know it. This is not what I'm talking about. Listen, when I had 20 likes on the show, there was already 60 views.
That's crazy.
Exactly. When it was 20 likes, it was already 60 views. I don't go anywhere watching anything that I can't either support positively or negatively, because you got a choice of hitting the thumbs up or you can hit the thumbs down. Either one. But just to be sitting there watching, you're a creep.
Yeah, that's what I think. A lurker and a creeper.
A lurker and a creeper, huh? You out there. My vision of you is you out there with a butt naked with a raincoat on, huh? It's like a creep. What you hanging around for, huh? It doesn't make sense, but they do it, and they beat you here. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know how sometimes you'll be there when the show starts, or sometimes you come in a little after, you know, show starts or whatever. But they was there before you anyway.
They was waiting for you to go live?
Yeah. You know, because you can see on the thing when it says, you know, one person waiting, two people waiting, whatever, right? You can see that before you hit the live button. They out there.
That's true.
And then the like don't start getting hit till you guys come in. The ones who are my regulars. I'm gonna tell you something else that's a part of that. Then they know that they've been somewhere else where they didn't represent properly too. You know, they somewhere talking bad about me or talking bad about one of the brothers or whatever, or they, you know, did videos talking about bad about us and all of that. But what does that got to do? It's like, really, but you come around and then, you know, of course they're gonna take your talking points and stuff like that.
Yeah, well, I mean, people are always gonna leech and steal because a lot of people just don't have that. I don't know. They're not. I don't want to say creative, but some people don't have their original ideas or concepts. So they will. You know, I don't expect anything less, but I guess it hasn't happened to me, so I'm not bothered, or I'm not even looking for it. Maybe if it does, I'll be, you know, annoyed by it, but can't nobody do it like you, though, Stormy, you know? At the end of the day.
Well, I don't worry about it because everything, as far as me, my creativity is a lot spontaneous, you know what I mean? Which is why it was an insult for it to be told anything about reused content, because you definitely don't see me reusing anyone's content, but, you know, go figure.
Yeah, and I think I told you guys, I saw it. It asked me, did I want to reuse content? And I'm like, I remember y'all saying, and I'm thinking, I thought that's a no-no. I thought we ain't supposed to reuse content or whatever. I don't know. I really need to sit down and read the rules. And I haven't. I just went. I just started going.
Yeah. But it's a shame because there's some very talented people out here that kind of get passed over due to the crap. And the crap is thick and it's heavy.
Bullcrap. And they love sensationalism. And I say that all the time. People will tend to go towards BS before they go towards something substantial. No, it just is what it is. Yeah, it's sad, really. But it almost is like you kind of expect that. Because like you always say, and I have said, everybody ain't going to make it. So everybody's not into what's good and what's real and what's righteous, what's true.
Yeah.
People want to be lied to. People want to be entertained with bullcrap. That's the majority, sadly, and it always will be, I believe.
Yeah, you're right.
But I'm going to get off of here. I don't know if KG called in. I came in 45 minutes late.
No, I didn't hear from KG today. Didn't hear from him.
Now he in the chat.
I know he in the chat, but he didn't call in today. He didn't call in, so he must be on dad duty today, so.
Yeah, he in there being bad.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate your call, you know. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And, you know, you put your link in the chat so people can come and follow you. You know, I forget to say that sometimes. It's not that I don't want to do it. It's just, you know, my mind is always on a lot of different things, and I forget to say that. But, you know, you can feel free to put your link in the chat.
I don't even know how I feel about even doing that all the time. Sorry, I know.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying, you know, whenever you feel like it, you can. It's not a problem.
Okay. I appreciate you.
All right. You take care now. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday, huh?
I will. You as well.
All right. Peace to you now.
Bye.
Yeah. It's the Sister Shower calling in. If you guys haven't had a chance to check out her channel and her content, she's doing great stuff over there. So, it is what it is when we're doing this. We got a lot of stuff going on here, man. This fight coming up on the 25th, next Saturday. Diego Pacheco taking on Steven Nelson, Stone Cold. Man, good fight. Good fight. And we got what's his name? Cruz taking on Salcido, excuse me. And that's a good fight. Listen, man, we got some good stuff going on with boxing. And we'll get a chance to check all that stuff out, man. Check it all out. Yep. But boy. Yeah, Thomas, he's in a tough fight though. That's a tough fight for Steven. They could have found an easier scrap for him, but hopefully he can do what he needs to do. But it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be a tough card. Let's see here. But now, man, time has gone by so fast. It's time for me to get on up out of here. But before we go, we got to hear from my man, the Focus Ball.
Get ready to take your striking game to the next level with the Focus Ball. Dramatically improved footwork, timing, head movement, hand-eye coordination, reflex, and overall fight IQ. It's lightweight and extremely portable, so you can train every time, everywhere. When you don't have a coach to do mitt work, get a Focus Ball. When you don't have a heavy bag to hit, get a Focus Ball. When you don't have a sparring partner, get yourself a Focus Ball. And when you just want to have fun punching and kicking, get a Focus Ball. When you train with the Focus Ball, You train your eyes and your brain to read punches so that you can hit and not get hit, making this very simple device a must-have for all combat sports athletes and enthusiasts alike. So if you want to take your striking game to the next level, don't wait. Get the Focus Ball now.
Yeah, better get you some of that merchandise like my brother Thomas. TD Sports Talk, thank you again for your purchase, man. We really appreciate your support. But this is what we do out here, man. We try to keep it going, keep it moving ahead. I want to say thank you to my two callers we had today. We had good conversation based off of your subjects that you came in with. That's what drives the show forward, when you guys decide to call and then we can have a discussion. It doesn't have to be anything specific. We can talk multiple items for your call, but it is great when you do so because it gives us context. Yeah, listen, I really want to stress, go on over there to that Patreon of mine. Link is in the description box and also in the chat. Show some support over there so when I start doing my lives that are unrestricted, you guys can get the best of what I have to offer, and that'll be without these mods' interference. So remember that. You know what I mean? So we're going to get ready to get on up out of here. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. I want to say shout out to the mighty LDBC, and we will catch you guys next weekend for another Answering the Bell. Peace to everybody. Stay safe. And for those that are in these cold weather states, try to stay warm, bundled up, keep that hot toddy ready, and you know the sun will rise on us again. Peace.
Was an informer for the police.